Okay, I have another 7-win deck here I want to show you guys. It's not 7 yet, but it is a 7-win deck. So I went green-white this time. We actually started off in black because of the Journey to Eternity here. And I did originally have it in the deck, just one in as a sideboard because its Journey to Eternity is so strong. But we ended up taking it out because that was our only real black. And I have enough other strong bombs here. So we have, again, if you've seen my previous draft videos, we have the key components here. We have 2 to 3 removals, 2 to 3 draws, a little bit of early game. IXALAN is gonna be more early game than Dominaria. Dominaria is a very slow format. So we have 2 Hunt the Week here, which is 2 of our removal, and then we have I believe we have 1 more. No, it looks like it is just, oh, Bishop of Binding. Okay, so yeah, that's also a removal, right? So, and then, green and white is harder to get draw in, but we have 2 to 3 draw in the form of Astalk and Seer. It's not card advantage, but it does allow you to pull back your bombs. Like I've got all of these dinosaurs here that are all pretty strong, especially the Verdant Sun's Avatar and Sealed. I would say even stronger than the Primal Dawn. So we have 2 to 3 removals in the form of 2 Hunt the Weeks and a Bishop of Binding, and then we have 2 to 3 draws in the form of 2 Astalk and Seers, and then I think we have Path of Discovery counts as a draw, and yeah, that's our draw. You have to be creative with your draw with when you're outside of blue and black, and outside of red as well, and we're in green and white. So because red even has draw, that's especially in Ixalan, you've got Pirate's Pillage and stuff. So that's how this deck is winning. We've got synergy as well. Ixalan, you've got to pay attention to synergy. It's very important, and it makes a massive difference. And I've got this Gleaming Barrier in here because the deck is so top heavy, as you can see, and it works out pretty nicely. And the treasure token isn't bad. So Gleaming Barrier is not a bad card in certain sealed decks. So don't discount it overly quickly. And we've got the 2 Kinjali's Callers, plus we have a Knight of the Stampede, which helps get our dinos out. And yeah, Squire's Devotion is also an extremely powerful sealed card. Very, very valuable. And I've had a lot of good things with these guys, especially in red, because red has the 2 mana enchantment that gives it +3/+0, and it's the Vigilance. You wouldn't believe how powerful a 2/5 Vigilance flyer is. So yeah, that's the deck. Let's go ahead and see if we can get it to 7 here real quick. The 2 losses I do have, I had one of them was pretty bad draw, and the other one I think was just I think a decent game. This deck, we're now in gold, which is pretty cool. It's quite a grind in sealed. This deck, if it makes it to the late game, it's very hard to deal with. We have a mediocre hand, but if we draw green, it turns into a really strong hand because of the 2 Hunt the Weeks. We'll need some targets for it, but I'm sure we'll come up with something. There's our green. And Bishop of Binding is strong, even if you get it removed, even if you don't have the Vampire synergy, right? When Bishop of Binding enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls until Bishop Binding leaves the battlefield, and then when you attack, you give a Vampire +X equal to the exiled creature's power. I'll play the Pterodon here, a turn early, which is really strong. We start buffing it up with Hunt the Week. Unless he has some removal, it's gonna be tough for him. Yeah, there's another fight mechanic as well with green, which works as removal. I think it's 1 in a green. You don't get a +1 counter, but I like Hunt the Week because the +1 counter really helps. So we can't Hunt the Week this, but because of the hexproof, but that's okay. No great plays here, actually. I want to save the Bishop of Binding. I don't want to target the Sailor Means, so just attack with the Pterodon. I doubt he's going to block there. That'd be a bad block. So that's a good Bishop of Binding target, right? Happy with him attacking there. So this might be cool for, if we get to attack with this, we'll have a 5/5, and then that's a great Hunt the Wheat target, and then we make Bishop of Binding more difficult to deal with. And soon we'll have the Vigilance on the Pterodon. I'm sure we'll get another dinosaur, so. We'll be getting rid of that Miscloaked Herald, that's for sure. Don't want a 2/2 unblockable. So we can make this a 5/5 and then Hunt the Weak with it, or we can buff the dinosaur up, which I think is probably the best play here. And then we'll have the Vigilance next turn. And then we'll be able to deal with that Soul of the Rapids. I'm tempted to buff the Hardy Veteran instead, just so we have a more well-rounded base here. But this can just win outright, so. He can't kill this here. He's only got 4 attack, and we're going to buff it up to a 5, so. Huh. I don't know about this card here. I guess if you're playing real strong control, it's not too bad, but I think that's a dead card in my opinion. I mean, I guess it's a cantrip if you're playing slow control, but I certainly would never be able to find room for this, I don't think, unless I changed colors really late. Again, he's only got 4 toughness, so we can attack the Bishop of Binding again. And this time we're going to go ahead and play the Overgrown Amosaur so that we can have that Vigilance, and then we'll also get another creature out. He's highlighting his mana. Yeah, I think this game might be over here. Looks like. So, yeah, that's another 7-win deck for you guys. This is green-white, and just try and find your 2-3 removal and 2-3 draw in creative ways if you don't look like you have it. Like Journey to the Eternity, you can count that as a draw. Just make sure you have ways to refuel your strong stuff or refuel your hand. So, yep, that's been another 7-win run, and let's open these real quick. Just one. I have been getting really good luck with the packs lately, being 2 and 3 and stuff, so. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll be back with more. Come check it out again, and I'll see you soon.